Okay, so a few of you have asked for a gameplay video, so I thought I would just do a quick video basically going through all the components, looking at how Mindout is played, and basically showing you how everything works. The first thing you need to understand about this game is it has an action point allowance system, which is a very fancy way of saying you spend points to do things. So the first thing you do each game is you draw your top mine card, you place it however you want, and then I'm going to place it like this. And then you place your miner in the top center space of that card. And if you land on a gem on that first card, you make it shaky and you gain that gem. I'll explain how that works later. Each turn you get 3 action points, which you can spend on either moving, buying upgrades, throwing dynamite, or building supports. At the beginning of the game, you can either move to the left or right 1 space for 1 action point, which is that, or you can move downwards for 2 points, like that. You can't move up at the beginning of the game, but once you buy your ladder upgrade, like so, you can move upwards for 2 points as well, and that will also score you 4 points for the end of the game. The third thing you can do on your turn is buy an upgrade, which essentially means you spend the gems listed on each upgrade card and 3 action points, which is usually your entire turn, and then you flip that card, and then for future turns the action on each card is available, with the exception of the minecart, which goes at the top of your player card and extends your inventory like so. You can also throw dynamite, which essentially collapses other cards. You place your dynamite on a minecart in another person's mine, and then flip that card, and that card and its gems, and then inaccessible for them for the rest of the game. So before we get to supports, I should explain how gaining gems works in this game. So as soon as you land on a space like so, the card is made shaky, you gain the gem, and if you gain another gem from that card, the card then collapses. So for instance, if I was going to go down here, down to the center space in the middle, and then I go to the left, I would gain the red gem again, but then the card would collapse, and because I was in the bottom left corner, I could go either to the left or downwards. So for instance, say if I went to the left, I would draw a card here, place it how I wanted, and then land there, and then if I landed on another gem, I would take another gem and make it shaky like so. However, you don't quite want to make all of your cards collapse and get the gems. Although this is a very quick way of making gems, you gain 2 points for each uncollapsed card at the end of the game. So it's important to sort of preserve your mine as you go along if you want to score those points. And how you do that is installing supports. Supports will cost you 2 action points and 2 yellow gems, so they're quite expensive, but the benefits of them are big. When you're on the side of a card, you can spend those yellow gems and those action points to put a support in between the 2 mine cards. And what this does is it supports the cards on either side so that you can essentially mine those gems without them becoming shaky or collapsing. The dynamite is the exception to this. When you use your dynamite, even if the person's mine card is supported, you can still collapse that card. So the upgrades, just in detail, the shovel will help you move down for 1 action point instead of 2 action points, which is faster and allows you to get to the bottom of the mine faster. I should explain, when you move below a row, you then draw from the row below. So as you explore your mine, these red cards at the bottom have a higher likelihood of more valuable gems at the bottom of them. So for instance, if you were moving left on the yellow row, you would still draw from the yellow row. Then if you move below that point, you would be down to the red gems, and as you can see, there are slightly more yellow and red gems down here. So the minecart, as I explained, goes up here, and when you have 6 gems, usually that's your cap, but with the minecart you can move it up onto these cards and start counting up here. The coffee will give you an extra action point each turn, and the ladder, as I mentioned, will allow you to move upwards, because whilst it's very good to run straight down to the bottom of the mine and get all the nice gems very quickly, you can find yourself in a sticky spot if you don't get your ladder upgrade. At the same time, if you don't or can't spend all of your action points on a given turn, you can also save up to 2 action points each turn with the action point meter here. Once you've done all of this, and once one person has bought all of their upgrades, then the game ends immediately. And once the game is over, you score points for upgrades for the points listed on each upgrade card. You earn 1 point for each green gem you have, 2 points for each yellow gem you have, 3 points for each red gem, and then 2 points for each uncollapsed minecart in your mine. So, as you can see, there are a lot of different ways that you can win, a lot of different strategies. You can either try and close the game down quickly by getting all your upgrades the fastest, or sort of bide your time and try and make a nice little efficient row of gems to mine, or you can try and sabotage other people's mines. You can try and get your minecart nice and early and get like 10 of each gem, which can score you a lot of points. And yeah, like I said, there's lots of different strategies, ways to win, and I hope you enjoy it. Thanks for watching.